Good evening to one and all. Uh, I hope most of the people have joined the session. So there is some miscommunication between the number of sessions. Okay, so that's the reason I didn't covered Apache Hive, and we directly went into the Spark, and we have seen what is meant by Spark and how to do the analysis using Spark. Okay, so now there is a discussion, and the sessions has been extended. Okay, so and even I spoke to the director sir, and we came with a agenda like we want to cover Apache Hive also. Okay, so the reason of covering Apache Hive is because again, in most of the big data interviews, if you know Apache Hive, mostly 80% of the questions are coming from Apache Hive. Okay, so that depends. Okay, suppose if you are working for a banking clients, like if you take Tech Mahindra, or if you take Wipro or TCS, and the recent company, mm, HCL. Okay, so these particular multinational companies are having n number of banking clients with them. Okay, like Standard Chartered, Westpac, Commonwealth Bank. Okay, Melbourne Bank of Australia. Okay, and World Bank, even World Bank, and so if you take Soprasteria, we have Bank of England. Okay, so there are n number of banks. Okay, even if you take Mercedes Bank, so these banks are completely using Hive. Okay, completely they are using Hive. So that's the reason Hive plays a very important role if you want to move your career to big data. Okay, definitely, even if you tells like I know little bit of basics of Spark, because since you most of the people are freshers. Okay, but they expect more from Hive. If you tell like I know most of the concepts in Hive and I little bit concepts of Spark, right, then there will be a very good chance for you to get into the what you say, you can crack the interviews. Why? Because 50% to 80% of the interviews will be happening only on Hive. This is gaining very very high importance. And even Bank of America, I forgotten to tell the Bank of America, if you go for Bank of America, any particular interview, right, 90% of the questions will come from Hive. Even if you take Bank of New York, Bank of America. Okay, so Bank of England, all these they're concentrating mostly on Hive. So that's the reason I have spoke with the director sir, and we have came with an agenda to have a discussion on Hive for 4 to 5 hours. Okay, so maybe today and tomorrow I will be covering the entire concepts of Hive, so that will be very useful even for the people who are going for research. Okay, you can do the research in Hive also. Okay, and let's hope we'll wait for another 2 minutes, so that by we will start by 7:15, so that we'll see most of the people, because this is very very important session, mainly for the people who are trying for interviews in the what to say, maybe in a year or this year or next year. Okay, so try to make use of this session. This is very very important session. Okay, because to be frank, Apache Hive is the basics of Spark. Okay, we need to cover Spark Hive, and then we can, if you go to Spark, then it will be good. But since I guess the number of sessions will be less, so that's the reason I started Spark. Okay, no problem. Anyway, I can explain you very clearly this Hive, so you can interrelate with Spark also. Okay, clear everyone. So okay, we can just wait for a moment, and we will start. Just a moment. So, and regarding the Azure, we have covered most of the topics in Azure. Okay, all the services I have covered. The only thing remaining is how to process the data from Azure Data Lake to Azure, that I will be taking once the Hive session is done. Okay, so because even I can show you how to process the data using Hive in Azure also, that also I can show you. Okay, and how to process the data using Spark in Azure, that also I will show you. And we will see some real-time use case, and I will show you how it works. Okay, how to take the data from HDFS, how to process in Spark, and how to keep that processed data in Apache Hive as well as HBase at a stretch. Okay, that also I will show. This is one of the use case which I have worked in my previous company. Okay, so this we can do it. Okay, so can we start the session? I think it's time is up, 7:15. So can we start the session, right? And most of the people who attended the previous session, people, you are okay with my previous Azure sessions, or do you have any queries in that? Anyway, we are going to see a lots more in the coming sessions, like Azure, how to processing the data through Azure and all. We will see it. Okay, that's not worry. Don't worry about that. But before that, you need to have an explanation on now. Hive. Okay. Okay. So we will start Hive. Okay. So now, what is meant by Hives? I already discussed it just a little bit in previous sessions. Did anyone remember what I told about Hive? Anyone? Is my voice is audible, right? Okay. Exactly, Anuj, it's a framework which works on top of HDFS. Okay, so how? Just I will tell you one thing. Hive is nothing but, to be frank, Hive is nothing but a basics of Spark. Okay, so as I told you before, Hive works on top of HDFS. Means whatever we do in Hive, okay, we can see the reflection in HDFS. Okay, whatever we do in Hive, we will see the reflection in HDFS. How we can? I will show you how that is possible. Okay. Okay, just go to any cloud.com. Okay, so how to log into the Hive credentials, how to log into Hive means just you need to give Hive. That's it. This is the way, whether this is the way you will be logging into the Hive terminal even in real time also. Okay, here guys, everyone fine with the agenda, right? I didn't get any responses. Anyone having doubts or very silent? Okay, so this is so what I told you, whatever we do in Hive, okay, whatever we do in Hive, you will see the reflection in HDFS. Okay, so how we can tell, like, guys, everyone know what is meant by HDFS, right? What is HDFS? Can anyone tell me what is the exact meaning of HDFS? Okay, Hadoop distributed file system, what it is used for? Why we are using Hadoop distributed file system? For storing the data. Okay, so in Hadoop platform, yeah, managing large data. Okay, so in Hadoop platform, in order to keep the huge amounts of data, we use HDFS. Okay, that's the place where we will be storing our huge amounts of data, and we will be processing the data. Okay, so now let's go to Hive terminal. Okay, so how to go to Hive terminal means just give Hive, so you will be moved into the Hive terminal. And how to create a database, it is similar to SQL. Okay, just I will show you how to create a database and how to create a table, then I will be explaining you why it is differing from RDBMS. Okay, so just create a database, create database, and I will open one more terminal here. Okay, so just a minute. So now I am creating a database underscore t. Okay. Clear? Okay. Now what I have did, I have created a database, right? Clear everyone how to create a database? What is meant by database? I hope most of the people know what is meant by the database. Okay, if the people don't know what is meant by database, it's a place where we will store all the tables under one roof. Okay, we will have a database, is a huge amount of space where we will save all the tables. Okay, and all the tables will come under one roof, that is called as one database. Okay, now how to see the database? Just give show database. You can see, if you want to see how many databases present in the Hive terminal, just give show database. Okay, show databases. That's it. Okay, now we have created the database, right? So I want to use, if you want to use, if you want to create a table under this database, you need to enter use JNTU, okay, database. Okay, use database. So now what you have done, you have created a database JNTUK DB and you are using JNTUK DB. Now just see show tables. Can you see any table here? No. Why? Because we have freshly created the database JNTUK DB and I am using that particular database. There is no tables present in this database. Clear? Understood everyone? Okay, you understood, right, how to create a database now? Okay, it's simple, just create database name. So now what I did, I have just created the database. Okay, so what I told you, whatever I do in Hive, I will see the reflection in HDFS, right? Am I right or wrong? So just I will show you where I see the reflection. I have created the database in Hive. So as per the thing which I told you, I need to see the reflection in HDFS. Where you will see the reflection in HDFS, guys. This is the mostly asked interview question. Okay, just I will show you. What is the Hive default warehouse directory? Hive default warehouse directory. Okay. Remembered, I have told this in my previous class. Anyone remember what is the Hive default warehouse directory? What is meant by the Hive default warehouse directory? So whatever we create in Hive, it will get defaultly stored in one place. That is called as Hive default warehouse directory. Okay, what is the path? Normally in HDFS or in Hive, whatever you store in Hive, that will be saved default in this path in HDFS. user where user Hive warehouse, this is the Hive default warehouse directory. Whatever you create in Hive, that particular things will again save in HDFS. Okay, understood everyone? Whatever you are creating in Hive, okay, that will get saved in HDFS under this path, under this path. Okay, and this is configurable. We can configure this path, means we can change this path also. Change this path also. Where we can change this path, we can change the path in hivesite.xml. Understood, right everyone? Where we can save the, where we can change this path. Okay, the admin can decide whether he can keep the Hive default warehouse directory path like user Hive warehouse, or he can change the path as any as per his wish. In CloudX Lab, this path is changed as, they have configured this path as apps Hive warehouse. Okay, so whatever you create in Hive, that will be saved in HDFS under this path. Okay, so I told you where you will see the, where you can configure this path, hivesite.xml. Okay, I will show you where the hivesite.xml, this is very important. Okay, just copy it. You can see here, you can see here all the files are there, all the related files. Once you download Hive into your particular CentOS or anything, you will get all these files. Okay, so you can see hivesite.xml here. Just open it and see. Okay, so just see apps. You can see here, guys. Can you read what is this? Hive metastore.warehouse.directory. Okay, so whatever we are storing in Hive terminal, that will be stored in Hive metastore. Okay, so whenever you create anything in Hive, that will be saved in two places. One is in Hive metastore and another one is in HDFS. Understood? In Hive, this is nothing but the Hive metastore. Okay, so whatever you store in the Hive metastore, that will be saved in this warehouse directory. apps Hive warehouse. Understood? This is a configurable path. Admins can change this path. Okay. Till this, everyone understood or not? You can see these are all the properties of the Hive meta stores. Okay. These are all the properties of the Hive meta. So you can see here merging, you can merge the small files. Okay. So what is the average size of the files? You can see here. Okay. Lots of properties will be there in this particular Hive meta store. Here everyone understood? Okay. So this is nothing but Hive default warehouse directory. So whatever you store in Hive, that will get saved in two places. One is in Hive Metastore and another one is HDFS. Now what I created here, I have created JNTUK So where it will store here, where this particular data, where this particular database gets stored in HDFS. Can anyone answer this? In Hive Metastore, I have created a database, right? Where this will get stored in HDFS warehouse, right? So I will show you. Now I told you what is the warehouse path, how to go to the how to access the HDFS. What is the command, guys? Anyone remember? What is the command? What is the command to store the data in? What is the command to access the HDFS? Yes, okay. It's Hadoop DFS. Good. Hadoop DFS -ls. Just go to the path. Okay. You can see here this many people have created their okay directories in HDFS, means in Hive. Okay, you will see where our things is created. Okay, okay, here we can see J and U. Just a moment. You can see here. Everyone can see. Okay, understood. Where we can store. Now I can, you can see, right? I have created a database in Hive Metastore, and I can see the reflection in HDFS. Is it right or wrong? Right. So this is what is nothing but replication. Okay, whatever you do in Hive, you will see the replication in HDFS. Okay, so and just create a table here. Okay, just create a table, create table, table name. Okay, just take two columns. Okay, just for your uh, just in order to explanation, I'm telling this. Okay, string. Okay, I will tell you what is meant by this. Okay, I can see, you can see, right, the table is created jnt underscore table. So let's see, is there any file with two values? Okay, so just sorry, cd, you can see data test. Just a moment. Okay, Okay, you can see here there is take some sample test. Okay, okay, now there are, these are all the values. Okay, so now I am loading that particular data into this table. I am having a file. I am loading the load data local in path. I will tell you what is the use of this. Okay, what is this command and all, we will discuss it. Okay, into table name JNTK. I think the guys, anyone have worked on MySQL? Okay, so this is the same way you will load the data into the MySQL table, right? Okay, so this is how you will be doing the loading into the Hive table. Okay, so now just in order to, I have loaded the data into the Hive table from a line, from a particular file. Now see, just in order to view the data, just use select star from table. This is same as that of SQL. Okay, you can see here the data got inserted into this table. Okay, so data got inserted into this table. Everything it will support, sir. Hive support any kind of meta servers. Yeah, I will tell you, sir. Even we will discuss that what is the Hive Metastore server. We will use MySQL as the Hive Metastore server in most of the banking projects. Why? Because most of the banking projects will use MySQL as their RDBMS server. Okay, so we can do that, sir. We can configure that. Okay, even Oracle RDBMS server also we can configure as Hive Meta server. Even PostgreSQL SQL server also we can configure as Hive Metastore server. That we can do it. But in most of the projects we will have MySQL. Okay, so this is how the data got loaded into the table. Okay, so we have now what and all I have did. I have created a database and I have used the database and I have created a table and I have loaded the data into the table. Okay, so these are all the steps which is, so I created a table and I have loaded the data into the table. So where I will see the reflection, I did in HDFS, right? So I will be seeing the reflection HDFS. Okay, so I will just show you, go to the previous, okay, go to the previous, okay, just go to the database. Okay, so we'll just see JNTUK underscore DB dot DB. Guys, you have created a database like JNTUK underscore DB, and that will get saved in the apps Hive warehouse as JNTUK underscore DB dot DB. Okay, your database will get dot DB extension. Clear? So don't get confused. What is this dot DB I have saved with without DB? Then how it got like that? Okay, so it's a kind of terminology which Hive follows. Okay, clear everyone? Just give enter. You can see here a table is created. If a particular table is created, and just go to the table. Just give enter. You can see here sample dot test. He can see. Just go here. Just give enter. Okay. You can see the data here. So what I did here, I've created a Hive table and I've loaded the data into the Hive table. So these are all the things which I am seeing here. But can you see here? The same thing what is done in Hive, you can see the reflection HDFS. Okay. So the thing is, whatever you are doing in Hive, you are working on HDFS simply. Okay. You are working on HDFS. Understood everyone? Any doubts till here? This is very important. Why? Because they will be asking you why are you choosing Hive. Okay, so that is the particular question you will be getting. Okay, that's the reason I have explained you all this. Okay, understood till this? How the reflections will be there, where you need to go and check whenever you create a table in Hive, where you need to go and check all those things. I hope that is clear. Okay. So the next thing is we will see, and one more thing guys, Hive is not a database. Okay, never ever tell like Hive is a database. Okay, Hive is just a framework. Okay, Hive is just a framework which runs on top of the HDFS. Okay, so again I'm telling you, whatever you are doing in Hive, you will be seeing those reflections in HDFS. Okay, so and what is the backend engine which Hive is running? I told you that day. Anyone remember? What is the backend engine of Hive? No, backend engine. Hive runs on, I told you, right? Every framework will have a computing engine, right? So what is the backend engine of Hive? What is the computing engine? Yes, exactly. It's MapReduce, okay? It's MapReduce is the backend engine of Hive. So Hive runs on MapReduce. Default execution engine of Hive is MapReduce. How many execution engines are there in Hive? That also I have told you that day. Anyone remember? How many execution engines? Exactly three. What are all those three? What are those three? Okay, exactly. Good. Map reduce, test, and one more thing, Bhaskar. Yes, sir. Like yarn will comes under map reducer. Okay, so in map reduce, yarn will allocate the resources. Okay, so his yarn is just resource allocator. Yeah. But what is the other thing? Anyone remembered? What is map reduce? One is map reduce. Okay, so one is the map reduce. Second is the test. Okay. What is the third component? We have seen for 16 classes. What is that? Spark. Okay, we can even process the data using Spark. We can even process the data using Spark. So Hive is a framework, and that framework is having a computing engine, and we can do the computation using MapReduce. We can do the computation using test, and we can do the computation using Spark. I will tell you what is test, what is Spark and all. In performance tunings, I will be explaining you all those things. Okay, but just to make a note of it, how many execution engines are there? We have three execution engines are there in Hive. Execution engines in Hive. Okay, clear, understood till this? Okay, now I told you again, Hive is not a map, Hive is not a DB. Okay, whatever we type in Hive backend, what will happen? Map reduce will happen. So here, what I did here, I have created a table, right? I have created a table, right? So it's not like it's a database. Okay, what will happen whenever I give this enter backend? Okay, map reduce program will run. You can see here, simple, just give this. Oh, so not this, I can see this error. You can see here, you can see this. What is this and all, guys? Anyone understood what is this? What is this completely? Is it looking like a database errors? How it is looking? It is looking like a Java, right? Java error. I think some of the people might have seen execution in Java. So how you will get the errors in Java? This is how you will get the errors in Java, right? So what will happen whenever you create a table? What will happen in the backend? Map reduce program will be running. Okay. So whatever you create, whatever you type, automatically in the backend, map reduce program will be keep on running. As simple as that. Okay, and it will process the data. Simple. Clear? Understood, everyone? Okay. So this is called as okay. What is meant by the execution engine in Hive? Okay. So now we will. I told you again. In SQL we have something called a structured query language, and this we will call it like Hive query language (HQL). Okay, HQL. Okay, we will call it as a Hive query language. Okay, clear? Understood, everyone? And you can see here. Just a moment. Uh, you can see here, I think we don't have anything. Okay, you can see here, right? When I am loading the data, what is happening in the backend map reduce program will be running, right? So But here there is no reducer operation will be running. Why, guys? Any idea why reducer operation is not running? Any idea why reducer operation is not running here? Or for selecting the statement also we are not, we don't have any reducer. For mapping the data, for just getting the data only. Why? Because we are not doing any consolidation in this particular query. Okay, so that's what we will call it as okay, only mappers will be running. Okay, just I will just show you a pictorial representation, just you can remember this. So just a moment, I'll just show you. Okay, this is something called as, is as big as this, which is called as HDFS. Okay, so this is called as HDFS. Okay, so this is something called as HDFS. Okay, where we will have huge amounts of data into it. Okay, and what is meant by Hive is nothing but simply this will always runs on top of MapReduce. This is called as Hive. Okay, it's not see here, this is nothing but Hive. Okay, so Hive will be always on top of HDFS. So what will be happening? That's the reason whatever you are there in HDFS, you will take into the Hive and you will process it. So whatever you do in Hive, you will see the reflection in HDFS. As simple as that. And Hive, it runs on MapReduce. Okay, it runs on MapReduce by default. Okay, by default it runs on MapReduce. Even you can change the execution engine also. Okay, clear. And one more thing, very important thing. Can we use Hive for real-time processing, guys? I told you right on the day. Can we use Hive for real-time processing? We cannot use Hive for real-time processing. Only Hive is used for batch processing only. Okay. Only Hive is used for batch processing. Means what is meant by batch processing? What is meant by batch processing? What is meant by batch processing? Any idea? I have told you n number of times, right? What is meant by batch processing? What, guys, remember? Okay, set of jobs, set as single job and process it. Yes, exactly. Guys, again and again I'm telling, batch processing, we are going to process the data at a particular point of time. Means maximum daily, only once we will be running the jobs. That is called as batch processing. Clear, everyone? Understood? So again and again, don't forget this. Why? Because that plays a very vital role in your projects. Okay, why? Because batch processing means you will be running the job only once in a day. Okay, you will be running the projects only once in a day. So maximum in banking domains, in night 12 o'clock, between 1 o'clock only, they will be running the batch processing. Means in the sense the batch jobs will be run only on that particular time, once in a day. Okay, once in a day. Clear? Understood, everyone? Okay, yeah, it's not done in real time. Exactly, sir. Okay, so if you take a in banking, mostly we won't do real time processing. Okay, so we will collect the data, we will keep it in the database at a stretch. Only once in a day they will process the jobs. That's it. They will put all the data into the particular tables once in a day. That's it. Okay, so mostly you won't see even intermediate processing in banking projects. Only once in a day only they will do the batch processing. Okay, that to maximum between 12 to 1. Okay, maybe night 12 to 1 only they will be doing the batch processing jobs, and that jobs has to complete before 2 o'clock. Okay, whatever be the job, that has to complete before 2 o'clock, because as the time passes, the people start using your databases. Okay, so that's the reason we will be, you can tell, you can see, suppose if you want to access any SBI at 12 o'clock, something like that, you will be getting a message is under maintenance, like that. So that's how batch processing will be done once in a day. So that is called as, so that's why Hive is only used for batch processing. You cannot use Hive for real-time processing. For real-time processing, what you will use? For real-time processing, what you will be using? Which framework you will use to process the data in real time? Okay, Spark. Got it? Spark is the one which you will be using in real time. Clear, everyone? Okay. So this is how we will be doing in Hive. So because most of the people, when we ask in interviews, right, can we process Hive for, can we process the real-time data using Hive? They will tell yes. Okay. And one more thing, guys, till now, there is not a particular, there is not even a particular database which will hold unstructured data. Okay. Still the researches are going on. Okay, so whatever the data you are streaming from multiple real-time sources, we will convert it into semi-structured or semi-structured, and we will keep it in a NoSQL databases, and we will keep it in the RDB structured databases. Okay, so like Cassandra, like HBase, even HBase also I will be covering. I will be telling you 2 hours. Okay, because HBase is HBase, or in any NoSQL database, you need to know one NoSQL database in Hadoop. Okay, so that's how you will come from. Okay, so Hive will run on top of HDFS. Okay, and one more thing, Hive is only used for batch processing. We cannot process the immediate data using Hive. Okay, and simply nothing but Hive provides a SQL layer on top of HDFS. On top of HDFS, it will be providing an SQL layer. Okay, and whatever you type in that, that will be converted into the back as Java. Okay, Java code. Clear? Understood, everyone, till this? Okay. Now I will be telling you why we are going for Hive instead of going for RDBMS. Okay. So this is what, anyway, on the day I would explain you, but I will explain you. I have just rushed up. Okay. So today just I will explain you each and every concept. Okay. One by one. Okay. So first thing is flexible. What is meant by flexibility? Anyone knows what is meant by flexible? Suppose, let us say you have 10,000 rows in Hive HQL. Okay, in a Hive table you have 10,000 rows. Similarly, you have 10,000 rows in SQL. If you give select star from a table in HQL and SQL, which will give the data first, which will retrieve the data first? Whether it will retrieve, HQL will retrieve the data first, or SQL will retrieve the data first? Okay, any answers? Okay. Anyone? SQL. Okay, SQL will be retrieving the data very fast. Okay, so Raj, why? Because, okay, see, HQL is only meant for huge volumes of data. Okay, it's not meant for small volumes of data. Okay, and one more thing, suppose 10,000 records, you just take 10,000 records, you keep 10 million records in HQL table as well as in SQL table. Now, which will retrieve the data first? Now I have 10 million records in HQL table as well as 10 million records in SQL table. Which will retrieve the data first? Whether, okay, for large data sets, it's HQL anyway. Okay, understood, everyone? Okay, why? Because, okay, any reason why it is doing? Any reason? I think most of the people might have attended my first session. That time I told one particular concept. That time itself I have explained you why. Can anyone explain why it is taking more time? No, it's not serialized. SQL works on which process, guys? Did anyone remember what is meant by process locality and what is meant by data locality? Did you people remember, right? So SQL runs on process locality, whereas HQL works on data locality. Okay. So the thing is, what will happen if you have 10,000 records? Okay. And one more thing, if you have 10,000 records, and if you in Hive in HQL, if you have 10,000 records, it will take 2 minutes or 50 seconds to 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to retrieve the data. Okay, for HQL. Okay, but if you have same 1 million records like that, right, it will take the same time almost. It will be 2 minutes. But if the SQL table is having 2 million records, it will take hell out of time. And the thing is, the data may settle, the timeout may happen. Okay, the query will make timeout. So why? Because SQL works on process locality, or HQL works on data locality. And one more thing, HQL is only meant for processing huge volumes of data. Okay, so it is not good for small volumes of data. Since we are having only single system, that's the reason we are taking smaller volumes of data, and I am explaining you on Hive. But in real time, it will deals with GBs of data. A sample table, which is there in my production, you know how much is the database? 20.3 GB. That size of the particular table, 20.3 GB. Okay, understood everyone? The first point, flexibility means it can process huge volumes of data and it can process small volumes of data. But if a okay, sir. So process locality and data locality means, sir, okay. So process locality means, okay, distributed process comes to the data. Okay, distributed process comes to the data. Whereas data locality means distributed data goes to the, so distributed process goes to the distributed data. Okay. Sorry, just a moment. I will just show you the figure. Okay. Sir, I will show you. Just a moment. Data batch please. Sir, this is the one. Okay. So the thing is, the data is distributed. Okay. So 900 MB of data is distributed. So what will happen? This distributed data comes to the process. Okay. This distributed data has to come to the process. Process is nothing but the searching criteria. Suppose if you have 900 records, okay, 300, 300, 300. Okay. So what will happen? This 300 records comes here, this 300, this 300. Process will not go to the data. Distributed data will comes to the process. This is called as process locality. SQL works on process locality. And what is meant by data locality means the process will get distributed and it will go to the distributed data. So distributed process goes to distributed data is called as data locality. Distributed data comes to the process is called as process locality. Okay, sir. So entire map reduce works on data locality. Okay. So that's the reason we will tell, if you have huge amounts of data, then only go for map reduce. Okay. Why? Because it will take some time to set up the process, and once the setup is done, immediately it will start process. Spark also works on data locality. Sorry, data locality only. I process shifting. Yeah, yes, exactly, sir. Yeah. Spark works on data locality. Why? Because Spark also uses the same input output module as MapReduce use. Okay. So every framework will have the input output modules. Okay. Even Spark uses the same input output module what MapReduce is using. Only difference between is this input number of input output operation differs in Spark, and input output operations in MapReduce will be more. Understood? Okay, sir. So this is called process and data locality. Okay, this is an in-depth question. If you may get in interviews, but not for freshers. It is only for interview, experienced people. Okay, for experienced people, this is the mostly asked question. Okay, why are you choosing Hive? You have SQL, right? Why are you choosing Hive? Simple. The answer is because it works on data locality. Yes. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Okay. So this is the first point. Okay, the terms. Recently, one of my okay, student who attended an interview in Deloitte, they asked this same question: difference between HQL and SQL. Okay, so Deloitte is a very big company. Okay, it's a very product-based premier company. Okay, so he got selected there. So he just asked me like he just told me that they have asked this particular. They told like at least explain 5 differences between HQL and SQL. Okay, so that's called first thing is flexibility. Okay, and second thing is high latency. So the time taken to process small data sets is called as latency in terms of data. Okay, so HQL will take more time for processing less amounts of data. Means HQL will take high more time for processing small data sets, but for processing large data sets HQL will take less time. Okay, but if you take SQL, SQL will take very less time for processing small data sets, but for processing huge amounts of data sets, SQL is not the good option to go. Why? Because if you have millions of records, it may time out. Got it? Understood, everyone? The second point, these are very important points. Okay, particularly for interview basis. Okay? Even for freshers, you may be getting only these questions. Okay, and the third point is no transformation or cleansing. Okay, let us suppose see. mm, you have a XML file. Okay, you have an XML file. Okay, can you process this XML file in SQL? Can anyone process the XML file in SQL? Okay, no, we cannot do that. Why? Because directly we cannot do that. You can do some transformations and cleansing. Transformations and cleansing. So you need to do transformations and cleansing. You need to transform that XML. What is the XML? Is a structured data or semi-structured data or unstructured data, guys? What is an XML? What is the structure of the data? XML is structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. It is semi-structured. Okay, so since it is a semi-structured, you need to transform it into a structure. Then you need to then you can able to process the data in SQL, right? That's how you need to do. It's a very difficult process. It's not that much easy to process an XML file in SQL. It's very difficult. You need to do a lot of transformations and cleansing. You need to do very carefully. But in Hive, no need of any transformations and cleansing. A query will be there. You need to give two inputs where your XML file is where your XML file is there in the HDFS, and second input is what is the structure of that XML. What are all the fields present in that XML file? That's it. Your XML file will get processed immediately. The data which is present in the XML file will comes into your Hive table. I will repeat again. If you have an XML file in HDFS, no need to do any transformations and cleansing. You will be having a standard query format. So what you need to give, only two inputs you need to give. One input is where your XML file is located. Second thing is, second input is your fields. What are all the fields present in your XML file? That's it. So Hive engine itself will take that semi-structured data from that XML file and it will convert it into a structured data, and you will be getting the data in the form of tables. Understood? No transformation or cleansing. Same thing with JSON. Can you process the JSON in SQL? You can do it, but you need to know, you need to do transformations and cleansing. Okay, you need to do transformations and cleansing. But in Hive, single, just no need to do anything. Just you have a Hive table format for JSON. Anyway, I will show you how to process the data using JSON in Hive, how to process the data in XML using Hive. I will show you that. Okay, so that's the reason, guys, we are going for Hive. Okay, that's the reason we are going for Hive. JSON. Okay, so even if you have a file in XML, it will process. Even if you have a file in JSON, it will process. Even if you have a data in Parquet format also, Hive will process it. Even if you have a data in Avro format also, Hive will process. Clear? Whichever the format it is there, you can process the data. Avro file format also, it will do it. Okay, understood everyone? Okay, can I show you how to process the data on Avro data? Suppose if I have an Avro file, how Hive will process it? How Hive will convert the data, semi-structured data into the structured data? Can I show you now? It will be helpful for most of the researchers. It will be helpful. Okay, so just see it. Okay, just go to the place where. Okay, so just go to. I will just check whether any Avro file is present. Okay, just go here. Hadoop EFS -ls. Avro. Okay. Yeah, I haven't used this. I have it recently. So just see whether Avro file is present or not. Okay. Yes, my Avro file is present. Okay. Now my Avro file is present here. Okay. Now the thing is, in order to process the Avro file, we need two inputs. Okay. In order to process the Avro in Hive, I need two inputs. What are all the two inputs? Okay. Hive in Avro. Okay. What are all the two inputs? First input. Okay. Avro file location. Second input, Avro schema need to be there. Avro schema. These two inputs we need to give to the Hive table. That's it. Everything it will take care. Okay. So just to see this. Okay. Just see this. can see here. Here I told you right already, Avro is nothing but what is the format of this Avro? What we will call this Avro file format? I told you one word, right? What is that word? Vakanish, 1 minute. Okay, sorry. So this is nothing but serialized file formats. Okay, so this is called as serialized data. So one of the serialized file format is Avro. So here some part of the data you're able to see, right? What is that? Some part of the data you're able to see. What we will call this schema, right? So we will call this as Avro schema. Okay, so whenever you do the import into Avro format, your Avro schema file will be created in the Edge node. Okay, so just a moment, I will show you that. Okay. Okay, so just see here, you can see here, there is an Avro schema file. I have first import. Whenever you start doing the import, you will be getting created customer underscore Mithun.absc. Okay, so now just move this particular Avro schema to your Hadoop. Okay, a Hadoop path. So what is the command to move the data from local to Hadoop? HDFS. What is the command you will be using to move the data from local to HDFS? Put. Okay, put. So it's a good sir. So it's a put command. Okay, so what you will be doing? So first I will be creating a directory in HDFS and just to give any name, schema. Okay, and just give this. So I have created this Avro schema directory, and I will move this Avro schema. Sorry, this Avro schema file to this particular directory. Okay, so Hadoop HDFS put, okay, and then you can go to here. Okay. So just give enter. So your Avro schema will go to this particular directory. So of our two inputs are ready. One input is Avro file and another input is Avro schema. Okay. Now try to create a table, Hive table. Okay, how it looks like. Okay, how it looks like. Okay, so this is what the table. So I will paste it and I will explain you. Okay. So the thing is, first we need to place the Avro schema location. Okay. Using. So what is the location? Just give this. FS LS. Okay, so just copy this path and paste it here. Okay. That's it. Okay. So I have given the first input Avro schema. Where is the Avro schema URL? I have given this HDFS path. Okay. This is the path where my Avro schema is present. Now go to the another input. What is the another input? Where my Avro file is located. Okay, where my Avro file is located. So just remove that. This is the previous. Okay, so just remove this. Okay, and just go to the place where my Avro file is located. Just a moment. Avro. Okay, this is the place. Okay, this is just copy this path and place it here. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I have readied my two inputs. One input is the place where my Avro file is located. Another input is nothing but my Avro schema file. So two inputs are ready. Just give enter. Now my table is ready. Okay, now what is this table about? You can see here row format survey. I will tell you what is meant by survey in the future classes. Okay, that is another concept. Okay, so these are all the libraries, guys, which will convert your serialized data to your deserialized data. In order to convert your serialized data to deserialized data, you need something called as Avro survey libraries. Okay, this is a kind of library which you need to use it for converting your serialized data to your deserialized data. Okay, and this is nothing but all the input output containers, libraries and all this is needed for moving your data to the serialized format. Okay, now see, I have created a Hive table on top of Avro file. Understood? Now just give select start from, that's it. Got it right? You got the data. Okay, the data which is present in the serialized format has been converted into the structured data, and you are seeing the structured data. Have you did any transformations here, guys? Have you did any transformations? Schema, they will be giving Bhaskar. Okay, so they will be screaming the schema details, all those things. Anyone, anyone understand? Sir, any doubts, sir? Sachimurthy? Okay, so sir, please ping me for any doubts, sir. So everyone understood how to now how the Hive is converting your serialized data to your deserialized data with the help of your survey properties. This we will call it as a survey. What is this row format means? Avro is nothing but a row formatted data. The data which is present in the Avro file will be present in the row format. Okay. So there is a two kinds of data. The data will be present in row format and the data will be present in column format. Okay. So Avro will be row formatted data. Okay. So the thing is like, so this is how you need to create a Hive table on top of the Avro file. So here we didn't done any transformations, and any transformations, nothing we have done, just what we have. This is the standard format, guys. Okay, we need to give two inputs. One input is the place where your Avro file is, you need to give that particular location. Second location is the place where your Avro schema will be there. Those two are the inputs which you need to give. So the rest of the thing Hive will take care. Understood, everyone? But if you want to do the same thing in SQL, is it possible for you? Can you do it in SQL? You need lots of transformations. Maybe sometimes you may not get the desired output also. Okay, so this is how you need to, this is a sample thing I just shown you how to handle the Avro table in Hive. Okay, similarly I will show you how to handle the XML file. I will show you how to handle the JSON file. I will show you how to handle the Parquet files. Okay, everything I will be showing you in the future classes. This you understood, everyone? What and all I told you, you understood, right? So now you understood the importance of Hive. Whatever be the format, you can directly create Hive tables on top of it, and you can move the serialized data to the human readable format, and you can start processing. That's it. This is as simple as that. That's the reason entire banking sectors are going to this. Keeping the data in Avro is very secure. So they will keep the data in Avro, and whenever they need, they will move that Avro into the deserialized data, and they will process it, and they will get the output. Okay. So this is how you need to do the you need to just convert your serialized data to the deserialized data without using much of the transformations. Okay, without using much of the transformations. Clear? Understood, everyone? This is what we will call it as no transformations and cleansing. So if you have a XML file and if you have a JSON file, no need of doing any transformations. Even if you're having SQL, you need, even if you want, if you have a XML, you can process it in SQL, but it takes lots of energy and lots of transformation, lots of cleansing, all those things. Okay, that is the important, that is the meaning of third. Okay, and HQL and fourth point is not of much importance. Okay, so it is nothing but experimentation. Means if you have Hive, right, you can do a lot of experimentations. You can create Hive tables on top of this particular format. You can do that. Okay, but in SQL you can't do that many experimentations. Okay, you need to process only structured data. That's what you can do in SQL. But in HQL, whether it may be semi-structured data, it may be structured data, you can easily process the data using HQL. Okay, clear, everyone? Guys, you can see here this table. Just to see here, we'll show you one thing. Just see whether Spark and Hive integration is done on this CloudX lab or not. Just to show you one thing. Just want to show you. Guys, you can see what I did here. Anyone understood what I did here? I have created a Hive table. Okay, but you can see here I am seeing that entire Hive table in Spark. So what does this mean, guys? So I can view the Hive tables in Spark. So what does this mean? And if anyone can tell me what is this mean? See here, if I use select star from, I got the data. I have created a Hive table. I have created a table on Avro file format in Hive, and I have got the output. But the same data I am seeing in Spark also. I just gave database name dot table name. That's it. Okay. What does this mean? Anyone can tell me what is the answer? What does this mean? I am seeing the Hive data in Spark. Means Hive and Spark both shares the same meta server. Okay. Hive and Spark will share the same meta store server. This is how in real time it will happen, guys. Okay. So they will make both Hive and Spark integrate. They will integrate both Hive and Spark so that whatever you create in Hive, you can see it in Spark. Understood? Understood, everyone? Whatever you create in, but the thing is same thing you can do in Hive Spark also, but Spark is of different framework. But if you take Hive, it's simply same as that of SQL, right? So you can easily create a table in Hive and you can see it in Spark. That's it. Understood, everyone? What is the main intention of my explanation? Okay, so whatever you are doing in Hive, you can view that thing in Spark also. Okay, just what the thing is, you need to integrate both Spark and Hive so that both will be sharing the same meta store. So whatever share in Hive, you can, whatever you have created in Hive, you can see it in Spark. Clear? Understood, everyone? Anyway, I will be telling you in the project classes. Okay, so how the integration between the Spark and Hive is done. Actually, if it is a very big process, guys, integrating Hive with Spark, but in CloudX terminals and most of the projects, they this particular integration will be done automatically by the admins. Okay. Yes, sir. Vice versa also will be fine, sir. But the thing is, whatever we create in Spark, right? The data frames, okay. In order to see that the data frames in Hive, you need to do some transformations, sir. Okay, because in particular, what you say in Spark, right? We won't be creating any databases. Okay, so we will be creating data frames only. Okay, so that thing is not that much easy, sir. We cannot see the data frames which we created in Spark in Hive. For that, we need some transformations. Okay, to do that. But this thing is possible. Whatever you are creating in Hive, you can see it in Spark. That's the reason they will tell, like, okay, see, we have a Hive table. Okay, so take that in Spark and do the transformations and give the output. Okay, so most of the people will confuse. They will tell, okay, why the table is in Hive, right? How we can take it in Spark? Simple, just use this spark.sql database.table name. Okay, and you will get the details into your Spark framework. That's it, and you can do the processing. Okay, suppose if you want to see only what you say, age greater than 33, right? Just give like this. Okay, same query, select star from where age greater than 33 dot show. Okay, so that's it. You got it. So these are all the records with the age greater than 33. Okay, so this is how you can do the processing and you can keep the output. Okay, so this is how you will be doing the Hive and Spark integration. Clear, everyone? Okay, so understood, right? How to see the Hive tables in Spark? This is very, very important. You can even use your project integration with Spark and Hive integration. This is one project, guys. You can sample project, you can mini projects also, you can do it. Just keep the data in Spark and integrate with Hive. That's it. Okay. This is what in real time we will do. That's I thought of showing you. Okay. Clear with this, right, everyone? So this is nothing but this is just anyway. We will be still working on those things. And the thing, fifth point is very, very important: query time parsing and load time parsing. Did anyone know what is meant by load time parsing? Did anyone gone through that particular concept? What is meant by load time parsing? Okay. Yes. Okay. So so load time parsing and query time parsing means, so query time parsing, we will call this as a schema on read. Okay. So HQL is nothing but okay, schema on read. Okay, and SQL is nothing but schema on write. Okay, I will tell you what is those things. Okay, so let us say we have an SQL table. We have a SQL table. Okay, and SQL table we have two columns. Okay, in SQL table we have two columns. Okay, and what are all the columns? Let us take, we have two columns. One is with the integer data type and another one is varchar data type and character data type. Okay, so and we are going to insert two values, 1 comma psi. Will it, SQL will allow these values, two values into your SQL table? We have two columns, one is an integer, one is varchar. Will they allow these two values into your table? Yes, it will allow. Why? Because it is satisfying the data types. Okay, so it will allow this particular two records. Okay, 2 comma Aditya. Will this allow? Will this data will be allowed into your table? Yes, right. This also will be allowed. Okay, this will be allowed. Will allow. SQL engine will allow this. And suppose if we have Aditya comma Midun, will this will be allowed into SQL? Will this will be allowed? No. Why? Because schema validation is happening at the time of writing. So this won't load the data into the MySQL table. Clear? Understood? Okay, this won't load the table. So it won't allow. Understood everyone? What is meant by this? Okay, this won't allow. So this is called as schema on write. Schema validation is happening on write. It won't load. Okay. While loading itself, it will throw you the error, telling like this is not allowed. Data type mismatch. Okay. Now HQL. What is HQL? It is nothing but query time parsing. Okay. Query time parsing. So let us say we have same thing. We have two records. Okay. We have two columns. Okay, one column is of integer and another column is of string. Okay, so the thing is, what are all the record? 1 comma. Will this allow? Hive engine will allow this too. Both are having the same, right? So this will allow. Okay, so this will be allowed. This will be allowed by Hive engine. Let us take again same record 2 comma Aditya. This will be allowed. This will be allowed. Okay, this will be allowed. Now you have Aditya comma Midun. Will Hive engine allows these two records or not? These two values. Will this allow? Hive will allow these two values? Yes, it will allow. It will allow to load. It won't. It won't throw any error. Okay, but when you are querying it, what will happen means, okay, this will become null. How you will get the output? If you give select star from 1 comma 1 I Aditya null. Okay, this is the output you will be getting. So at the time of querying, it will throw the null value on the particular because the data type is not getting matched. Understood everyone? Okay, this is called as query time parsing. Very important guys, mainly for freshers. Okay, this is mostly asked in interview question, not only in big data, even if you are going for any RDBMS also, in client interviews, they will be asking what is meant by load time parsing and what is meant by query time parsing. Okay, load time parsing is a very important question. Maybe they may not ask you about query time, but they will ask you what is meant by load time parsing. Why? SQL works on load time parsing. Clear? Understood what is meant by load time parsing and query time parsing? This is nothing but schema validations. Okay, schema validations is happening. Okay, at what time you are doing the schema validations and all, you will be happening this. Okay, understood everyone? Clear? Okay, so this is the most important what you say like difference between the query time parsing and load time parsing. Okay, why? Because see, if you are having millions of records, okay, there may be a chance of mismatch of data, right? So that point of time, because of one record, entire execution must not stop. Okay, you have something called as 2 crore records or 3 crore records. Okay, so what will happen means because of one small error, entire execution must not stop, right? So that's the reason it is designed as query time parsing. At the time of querying, what will happen if the data type is not mismatched? It will throw the null value. It won't stop the execution. Okay, it won't stop the execution. Clear? Understood? Why we are going for query time parsing and why we are going for load, what is meant by load time parsing and query time parsing? Okay, that is the most important advantage, okay, of Hive. Why? Because it's a query time parsing. For simple things, your execution must not stop, because you are handling millions and millions of records daily. For small comma or for small data type mismatch, your data must not stop executing, loading into the table. It will load it, okay, and it will throw null value if the particular data type is not mismatching, and you can handle the null values using Spark or using Hive also. You can do that. In Hive also there are many types of handling the null values, like coalesce we have, like we have NVL. There are many other types. Anyway, we will discuss that. What are all the different things you will be handling in Hive? Clear, everyone? Query time parsing. Okay. Okay. So, and this is the fifth point, okay, difference between HQL and SQL. And the sixth point, structured and semi-structured, okay. So, Hive will take care of, Hive will process structured data, Hive will process semi-structured data, whereas SQL will process only structured data, okay. Even as, okay, the unstructured data, it's not that much easy to process the unstructured, semi-structured data using SQL. And unstructured data, nowhere Hive cannot process the unstructured data, whereas SQL also cannot process. But which will process the unstructured data? Spark. Okay, using machine learning, we can process the unstructured data using Spark machine learning libraries. Okay, that we can do it. Okay, but only Spark will do that. So Hive will take care of structured and semi-structured, in the sense JSON. It will handle JSON. It will handle XML, and in structured we have something called as serialized file format, which is called as Spark, Tableau, ORC. All those can be handled using HQL, Hive. Okay, but in SQL only structured. Okay, HQL is easily scalable. Why? I have told you, we have discussed lots and lots about HQL, right? Scalability. What is meant by scalable? Okay, what is meant by scalability? Why HQL is more scalable? Exactly, sir. Okay, so that's the excellent answer. It's a distributed processing. Okay, since HDFS is a distributed processing, we can add the nodes very easily so that your HQL can be easily scalable. But SQL, hard to scale. Okay, SQL is very hard to scale. Why? Because it's a server based. Okay, and you need to add server, means cost wise it will be difficult. But for HQL it is very easy. Why? Because it's a distributed network. Just you can add the node and just you can make it as a scalable server. That's it. So HQL is very easily scalability is possible using HQL, whereas in SQL it's not that much easy. Adding the nodes is very easy, whereas adding the servers is somewhat. Yes, sir, linearly scalable. Yes, we can do that using HQL. Okay. But even this Hive can be very easily in Azure also. We can easily create this Hive tables, okay, and we can easily maintain, because in our projects we are completely maintaining Hive everything in Azure only. Okay, so it's easily maintenance wise it will be very easy. Okay, so maintenance wise it will be very easy for maintaining in HQL. Okay, understood, everyone? Okay, so this is what are all the differences between HQL and SQL. Okay, these are all the differences which we can observe in HQL and SQL. Understood this slide, everyone? Any doubts here? Anyone? Not there. No, right? Everyone is clear with this. Okay. So, and next thing is nothing but in how many ways we can connect Hive. Okay. In how many ways? This is very important. Okay. Majorly, if you are going for interviews, okay, whereas if you are going for project interviews or something like that, right? It will be very useful for you. Okay. So the thing is like why it is very important. Okay. So in how many ways you can connect it to your Hive? Okay, so in how many ways you can connect your Hive terminal? So we can connect the Hive in three ways. One way is nothing but this way, command line interface. Okay, command line interface, this is nothing but command line interface. Understood, right? What is meant by command line interface? Nothing like this. Okay, just give. Okay, this is, I'm just giving Hive and I'm connecting to Hive terminal, right? This is nothing but command line interface. Okay, so we can connect the Hive through a command line interface just by giving Hive. Okay, so and next thing, just I will show you. Next thing is nothing but JDBC, ODBC. Okay, so the thing is JDBC, ODBC. So JDBC, I think most of the people might know it's a driver. Okay, So what is ODBC means? Suppose we have a query in our notepad, okay? You written the query. We need to execute that query in Hive, but we don't have that, but we don't have command line interface with us, okay? So now how we can do? In Eclipse, we can connect to Eclipse and we can execute this query, okay? Through a particular process called ODBC, okay? So what this ODBC will do, it will act as an interface between Eclipse and your Hive. Okay, so the thing is, we will send our particular query, my Hive query, okay, we will execute in a cluster through Eclipse in the form of a jar files. Understood everyone? So ODBC will be helping you in that. Okay, this is mostly we won't use this, okay, don't worry, but mostly we won't use this process for processing the data using Hive. Mostly we will use, okay, using Hive only, command line interface we will use, okay, nothing but it's a open database connectivity. That's what we will call it as ODBC. Okay, it's an interface that was which was developed by Microsoft. Okay, so it's nothing but it will be connecting to the cluster through Eclipse. So we will write the query, we will keep it in the Eclipse, we will convert it to a jar file, and we will put it in the Eclipse, so that our Hive query is executed in the cluster through Eclipse. Okay, that's what ODBC will help you in that. And one more thing, WebGUI. So WebGUI is nothing but Hue. Okay, actually here guys, there is not, it's not working. Anyway, I will show you tomorrow what is meant by Hue. Okay, so just a moment, I will just try it. Okay, so just give d.cloudxlab.com for Hue. Okay, it's not working, I guess its server is down. Okay, it's a kind of web GUI for Hive. Okay, so whatever you are doing in Hive, right, you can see it in the front end, in the sense in a easy manner you can do it. It's a web GUI for Hive. Okay, anyway, I will show you tomorrow. I will try to show you, or open, I will open my Cloudera and I will show you. Okay, so these are all the three ways you can connect it to the Hive. What are all the three ways? First way is nothing but the command line interface. Second one is nothing but the JDBC and ODBC. And third, nothing but Hue. Or we have something called as DB visualizer, okay, which most of the banking projects will use. Nothing but like in Standard Chartered, right, they will use the DB visualizer in place of Hue. So nothing but it's a web GUI of Hive. Okay, you can connect to Hive using different ways. That's what we will call it. Like these are all the three ways you can do it. Okay, these are all the three ways which you can connect to the Hive environment. Okay, so understood everyone? Okay, and what is this thing, right? Mainly, I told you one thing, right? I told you one thing, for processing for 20,000 records also, Hive will take the same time, and for 20 million records also it will take the same time. Same time, almost same time. Okay, maybe some difference of seconds will be there, but almost same time. Guys, anyone got out why it is doing it? Anyone got out how it happens almost same time it will process? What is the reason? The reason is, so I am using MapReduce, right? So MapReduce is the technique, and who will allocate the resources to it? Who will allocate the resources to it? So yarn, right? So for setting up the process, it will take the time. Okay, for setting up the process, for okay, what will happen, right? Once you give the query, Hive driver will check for two errors. Hive error will check for two errors. What are all those two errors? What are all those two errors? One is syntax error. Another one is semantic. Okay, semantic error. Right. So what is meant by syntax error? Any idea what is meant by syntax error? Okay, just give this. Okay, just give this. Just give from. Okay, you can see this is nothing but a syntax error, right? So in the query itself, you are having some wrong answer. Am I right or wrong? This is, you know, right? What is meant by syntax error? Most of the people. So this is meant by syntax error. while giving the query, if you have missed any particular sentences, or let us say just give from and just remove star. Okay, just remove star. So this is nothing but the syntax error. Okay, this is nothing but syntax error. And what is semantic error? So I am using a database JNTUK underscore DB, right? Now see what are all the tables present in this database. How many tables are there? Two tables are there. Okay, now see, I'm giving it select star from customer underscore Midun. You can see semantic exception. This is nothing but semantic error, means query is correct. Query is correct. There is no syntax error in that, but customer underscore Midun table itself not there in your database. This is called as semantic error. Guys, don't get confused between semantic and syntax. Most of the people who is coming for interviews, they will tell both are same. Both are not same. This is the difference. If your table is not present in the database, that will be termed as semantic error. And if you are having, if you while writing the syntax, if you while writing the query, if you are typing any error, then that will come under syntax error. Understood, guys? What is meant by syntax error and semantic error? This is very basic thing. I think most of the people know. If you don't, some of the people don't know this, then you can understand this. Okay. So first, immediately once the query goes to Hive, it will check for syntax error and semantic error. So if syntax error is correct, then it will send to the another execution and it will check for the semantic error. So once semantic error is also done, okay, then that will be sending for yarn allocator. Okay. So now what Hive driver will do, it will check both errors, it will check both syntax error and semantic error, and then once it is done right, it will check, okay, see, syntax error is correct, semantic error is correct, the query is correct, the table is also present in the HDFS. Okay, now it will request the yarn to allocate the resources. Who will allocate the resources, guys? Node managers, right? So node managers will allocate the resources, containers will be created. That process will take time. So once the process is created, once the container is created, your process will run with jet speed. That's the reason setting up the process in yarn in Hive will take some time. But once the process is set, once the containers are created, your process will work in a jet speed. Okay. So that's the reason even for 20,000 also you need to set up the process, right? So that's the reason even for 20,000 records or 2 records, you need to set up the process. So once the yarn, we allocate the containers, immediately parallel processing will run and your process will be very speed. Understood, guys? Why it is taking time? For even for 20,000 records, why it is taking time means it will be checking the errors and it will be sending that particular query to the yarn. Okay, so yarn will be requesting the node managers and node managers will be creating the containers and the containers will be taking the data, and then once the data is done, container is ready, and then your data will start processing in a high speed. Understood, right? I think most of the people know about yarn, right? So that's how for setting up the yarn allocation process, it will take time, guys, but once the process is done, your data will be processed very speed. Got the explanation, right? Why? So mainly in Hadoop, everything is why. Okay, why you are doing this, why are you doing this, why I will is taking more time, all those things. Okay. So this is nothing but the processing time which taken by yarn. Okay, and what is a meta store? I already told you, meta store is the place where our table details are stored. I have created this table, right? Which table? Our Hive table. So okay, so this is the table which I created. Okay, so where my table will be created in Metastore. So all my Hive tables which I created in the Hive terminal will get stored in the Hive Metastore. Understood, everyone? Okay. Now, guys, can I ask you one question? How to see the structure of this table? How to see where my table details are located? How to see whether in which format this table is there? In order to see that, what is the command? I told you that point of time itself. Anyone remember the particular query which is used to check the structure of the table? This is also one of the important question. Okay. So describe formatted. Okay, describe formatted. Yes, sir, it's a describe formatted table name. Okay, you can see here, if I give what and all we have did here. Okay, Just see what are all the columns: customer ID, first name, last name, age, create date, transaction amount. Okay, these are all the column names. Okay, and then database. What is the database? Under JNTUK underscore DB. What is the owner? I am the owner. Okay, what is the access time? Okay, so location, you can see here where my JNTUK table is located. This is the place where my particular location of this table. Okay, so and what is the table type? It's an external table. I will tell you guys, there are two types of tables in Hive. One is an internal table, one is an external table. Okay, so I will tell you what is the difference between internal and external. Okay, so it is an external table, that's why it is true. If this is an internal table, this will be false. Okay, and where the Avro schema is located, this is the place where my Avro schema. Okay, and what is the size of this table? This is the type. And what are all the libraries it is used? These are all the libraries. Okay, and what is the buckets? I will tell you what is meant by bucketing, partition, all those things. Okay, so you will be getting complete description of this table. Understood, everyone? So if anyone asks you in the real time, like where, please go and check where the table is located. Then this is the way you need to do. Describe formatted table name. Simple. Understood, everyone? Okay, just if you want to see this, describe formatted table name. Okay, just give this. Okay, but here you can see here serialized format is not there anything, but here if you see serialized format is there as one, means the table is in serialized format. Okay, you can see serialized format is one, but here you can see there is no serialized format. It is nothing, it is there here. Okay, understood, everyone? Okay, so you can see here the type of this table is a managed table, means internal table. Okay, so you will get everything. Can we see and manipulate metastore? Manipulate metastore in the sense, sir, it's like you want to update any record, something like that. You want to update the data in a table. That's what you are asking, Bhaskar. Is that your question? Whether you want to update any data in a table? Okay, so if you want to update a data in your Hive, okay, there is a separate process which we will call it as asset properties. Anyway, we will discuss that also. Okay, anyway, we will discuss those things also. Okay, don't worry, we will see. There are, because once we need to, before seeing that, we need to see all those things. Okay, clear, everyone? Understood? Okay, so this is how you need to, because in order to see that, we need to see what are all the types of tables, what is meant by partitions, bucketing, and how, what is meant by Saturday properties. Then we need to see what is asset properties. Okay, so these all will complete our Hive. Okay, which is very important for doing research also. This is a very good area, you can do the research. Okay, because the lots of development is taking place in Hive. Okay, so but in order to know that, you need to know all these things. Okay, even you can do the research in Hive as well as in Spark. Anything you can do, and even you can integrate both of the things. Okay, okay, so this is nothing but metastore. Metastore is nothing but all the Hive tables will be saved in metastore, guys. And note it, Hive uses default metastore Derby. Okay, Derby is the metastore which Hive will be using by default. Derby, which metastore Hive uses, means default Hive will be using Derby metastore. Okay, so and but in real time, Hive will be always using MySQL metastore. Anyway, I will explain you what is meant by this. Okay, you will be seeing this. Okay, I will be using SQL metastore, MySQL metastore only we will be using, but in real time we won't be using Derby metastore. Okay, we will be using only MySQL metastore. Why? Because entire data, SQL data will be present in MySQL. Okay, so hence you will be using Hive metastore as MySQL. Okay, this is what we will call it as metastore. Metastore is nothing but the place where your Hive tables will get stored. Okay, and driver, any framework will have a driver. Okay, so whatever, so if I give select star from table, that particular thing first it will go to the driver, and driver will check whether the syntax error is correct or semantic error is correct, all those things. Okay, clear, everyone? Understood? What is meant by drive? So you know what is meant by the how many ways you can call, you can log into the Hive. And second thing, you know what is meant by the meta store. It is the place where your Hive details will be stored. Okay, and the driver is nothing but whatever request you give to Hive, it will first go to the driver only. Okay, driver will take the query and it will check whether your query is syntax error is correct and semantic error is correct. Then it will move that query to the further execution, like for yarn, for allocation, all those things I will move it. Okay, so you can see here. So driver plays the important thrift server. So what is meant by thrift server means, okay, so suppose you through JDBC, so through JDBC you want to put your data into the cluster. So the thing is, thrift server acts as an intermediate, okay, which will be converting your data in the notepad to the Hive understandable language. That's the use of thrift server. Okay, that's the use of thrift server. It's just a language manipulation it will do. Okay, so that is called thrift server. Okay, and execution engines. Okay, fourth one, if you call execution engines, I already told you, right, how many execution engines are available, guys? We have 3 execution engines. First execution engine is what is that? Default execution engine, right? MapReduce. Second thing, test. Third thing, Spark. Okay, you can even you can set your execution engine also here. Set hive dot execution dot engine equal to mr, means MapReduce. Just give enter. So now your execution engine is map. You can change your execution engine as test. Just give enter, and even you can change your execution engine as Spark also. So process will, sorry, you can see here, this is how you need to set your execution engine. Set hive.execution engine equal to Spark, set hive.execution engine equal to test, set hive.execution engine equal to mr. Okay, so this is how you can able to split the execution engine. Okay, clear? If you want to have your faster processing of data, you can make it as test. But in test, we have something called, as you can see here, invalid value. I just gave 1 hour extra. You can see invalid value expects one of mr, test, and Spark. So these are all the 3 execution engines available in Hive. Clear, everyone? So what is test in the sense? Test will allow in-memory processing. Your query will get executed in in-memory. Your query will get executed in in-memory in a very faster space. Okay, in a faster space. Clear, everyone? Understood? Okay, so this is what about meta store. Okay, and then execution storage. I told you, right, storage is nothing but entire data will be stored in meta server as well as HDFS. Okay, in HDFS, where it will store? It will store in the hivesite.xml. Okay, sorry, apps user hive warehouse that will be configurable in hivesite.xml. Okay, so normally it will be user hive warehouse and admins will change it to their different positions. Okay, even in banking projects, they will have a particular path where your Hive details will get stored. Okay, so if you start working on banking domain, it will be very interesting, so that you can learn a lot of things. Okay, you can learn a lot of things. Understood, everyone? These are all the things. So some basic things, guys, today what we have seen. Okay, so tomorrow onwards we are going into the Hive. Like we will be seeing what is meant by internal tables. Okay, and I will show you what is meant by internal table, what is meant by external table, why we will be creating only external table in the industries. Okay, and then we will be seeing the most important part, partitions and bucketing. A lot of things we will be seeing, a lot of partition and bucketing. Okay, and we will be seeing the joins. We will be seeing joins in Hive. Okay, and we will be seeing the performance optimization techniques, in Hive, Okay, so these things I will be telling you. Okay, okay, these are all the things we can see it, and I can just give you the use cases for Hive. Okay, I can use cases of Hive, and I will show you how we will process XML data and JSON data in Hive. Okay, these are all the mostly used things in Hive. Okay, these are all the things we are going to see in the next classes. Okay, so you will be getting a good understanding on Hive, guys. Okay, clear with the today's session? Everyone understood what is all the topics? Okay, so this already the documents I have placed in my Google Drive. Okay, you can go through the documents. Okay, so all those things, you give me workout documents also I have placed, guys. You can see this workout document, all the queries I have placed, just copy it and paste it, and you can get how the Hive works. Okay, everything I have placed. Lots of workout documents are there. For everything I have workout document. Just you can practice it, make use of it. Okay. Yes, sir. It's a Derby is a kind of company, sir. So they have something called as meta stores. They have Dockers. Many things are available in Derby, sir. You can have that. It's a Docker. Docker is there. Okay. Sir. Materials is there in the. Yeah, we can have the control. Yeah. Okay. So yes, sir. It is already there in the Google Drive, sir. I have already placed the link. Okay. So okay, just a moment. Can you please give your mail ID so that I will add it to the drive? Please paste your mail ID, sir, so that I will add it to the drive. Okay. I think most of the people. Okay. JNT. Okay. I will paste it, sir. Just a moment. I will copy it. Okay, just a moment. I will copy your mail IDs and I will paste it. Okay. So that. Just a okay, so I will add this mail IDs, don't worry. Okay, so that you can, all the documents are present. You will have a number of documents in my drive, so you can make use of that. Okay. Okay, then okay guys, then take care. Okay, so tomorrow we will see the remaining topics in Hive, and maximum by tomorrow and one more session we will complete Hive, and we will go to the real-time project. Okay, I will show you the real-time use case maybe on coming Monday. Okay. Okay guys, then take care. Okay, good night.